once that's done, if we're in our training, right, that means that you have a loss function, and now you then back propagate through this entire network, changing and updating the weights everywhere in the appropriate way. And we know how to do weight updates at this point. Okay, good. So that's one word. But guess what? And part of the beauty of the transformer architecture is that we could actually have 6 different GPUs running at the same time so that our training is done at once. And we have the respective labels. What do I mean? This is what I mean. And this is the so-called causal masking. We're unmasking that here. So this would be the first GPU. GPU1 would have this as its input. GPU2, and I'm saying GPUs here just to indicate threads, right? It could be, there could be other ways to implement this. Would look like this. You would have the start of sentence token and the first word, key in the answer. All right? Everything else would be masked. And in this case, where here the subject in the first GPU, the subject that was generating the query for the self-attention layer was the SOS token. For the second GPU, the subject that's generating the query is the first word in the Yoruba translation, which is ki. The same thing then happens. And these things are independent of each other. This one has a different answer, a different target label. Its target label is what? Its target label, because it is attempting to generate the next word, which is ki-ni, which is ni. So therefore, it would look like this: 0, 1, 0, 0, 0. That would be its own T sub I that would be utilized in the loss function. And mind you, these are all for shared matrices. So they're all able to update the same weight matrices. That's critical. The fact that these are shared matrices that are learning a representation. The weight matrices, shared weights. And then this one, another GPU, GPU3, would have this as its input, SOS, ki, ni, all right? And in this case, we're here, so now these are the targets, the answers. The target in the first one, as we said, was ki. So this is the so-called right shifting. While here it was ni. Here, what is it? Oruko 1 0 0 0 0. Oruko, name. Oruko is name. All right? And then you go on to GPU number 6, and all of this can run boom, at once and update your weights. And that's part of the power of the transformer architecture. And this idea, this happens during training. All right? Parallel processing. Now, what happens during inference?